Panther Nation, something special is happening in Carolina. A new fire is being lit, a culture is being built brick by brick. And this time it's not about quick fixes or desperate signings. This time it's about building a foundation strong enough to last for years. The question is, are the Panthers finally creating a dynasty of their own? Let's dive into it, because what Coach Dave Cannells is doing in Carolina deserves every bit of attention. He's not just coaching football, he's building a culture, a mindset, a brotherhood that can carry this franchise for years to come. Coach Cannells recently said, "We talk about being developmentally minded, and my hope is that they leave this place better than when they got here." That's not just coach speak, that's a vision. It means every player who steps into this locker room is expected to grow, improve, and become more than they were yesterday. Think about what that means. It's not about chasing one lucky season or signing a bunch of one-year rentals to maybe win now. It's about creating something bigger, something lasting. Too many teams gamble on quick success. They throw money at veterans, chase short-term wins, and then crash right back down. We've seen it before. Look at the Toronto Raptors in 2019. They won it all. But after that, no sustained dominance. Contrast that with the Warriors, who built around their core and dominated for nearly a decade. That's the difference between a spark and a dynasty. In Coach Cannell's, he's aiming for dynasty. He's aiming for the kind of success that lasts. The kind of success we've seen from the Steelers of the 70s, the 49ers and Cowboys in the 80s and 90s, or the Patriots with Brady and Belichick, 20 years of dominance. And today, it's the Chiefs showing the blueprint. Always in the hunt, always a contender. That's the model Carolina wants to follow. The proof is already here. Look at the recent moves. Adam Thielen, gone. And yet, he was a reliable veteran, a safety blanket for Bryce Young. But by letting him go, the Panthers are saying loud and clear, "We believe in our young receivers. We trust this core. We're giving them the keys. It's their time to shine." And it's not just the offense. On defense, the release of Jadeveon Clowney and the investment in young talent like Scorton and New Yellen shows the same commitment. These aren't stopgap players. These are foundation pieces. These are the guys Carolina wants to grow into stars, to become the backbone of the franchise. This is about building chemistry, building trust, building something Panthers fans can believe in not just for one season, but for the next 5, 10, 20 years. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Some of these young guys, they're already climbing the depth chart. Second string today, but let's be real. It's only a matter of time before the Panthers hand them the keys and say, "This is your team now. Go out there and prove it." And honestly, I love that mindset. That's the kind of belief Carolina has been missing for years. But here's the fun part. Numbers don't just tell us where a player ranks, they also tell us stories. Stories about family, about faith, about the journey it took to get here. And this season, the Panthers roster is full of incredible number stories that give us a glimpse into who these players really are. Take T-Mac, rocking number 4. Why? Because back in high school, the number 11 he always wore wasn't available. He had to adjust, so he chose 4. Ever since then, that number has been his identity. A reminder of how sometimes you don't pick the number picks you. Then there's Trayvon Morg, wearing number 7. For him, it's deeply personal. 7 is half of his mom's favorite number, 14. It's also a tribute to LSU legend Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. But here's the twist. In his first NFL season, 7 wasn't available, so he had to wear 25. And get this, 2 plus 5 equals 7. When Clowney was released and 7 opened up, it felt like destiny snapping back into place. Ryan Fitzgerald switched things up too. At Florida State, he wore 88, his father's high school number. But now with Carolina, he's changed to 10. Why? To honor his grandfather. It's a family number, a generational tribute, and you can feel the pride every time he puts that jersey on. And then there's Hunter Renfrow, number 13. His story is legendary. He started at Clemson as a walk-on, wearing number 35. But as he began carving out his place and drawing comparisons to past Clemson slot receivers, the coaches just gave him 13. He didn't even ask for it. They saw greatness in him, and that number became his badge of honor. Now, I can't even picture Renfro in anything else. Lathan Ransom went with 22, and the reasoning is both funny and meaningful. His dad's favorite number was 4, and he liked the nickname Deuce Deuce. Simple as that. But it's also practical. His college number 8 was taken by J.C. Horn, so 22 became the perfect fit. Sometimes it's about family. Sometimes it's about swagger. For Ransom, it's both. And this next one, it feels almost divine. Trevin Wallace and Christian Roseboom had what you could call a destiny swap. Wallace always wanted 32, a number his father once prayed over him, saying it would bring him success. But he never got the chance to wear it. Meanwhile, Roseboom entered the league with 56, and in his first year with the Rams, they won Super Bowl 56. His whole family bought into that number. It became his story. Now with Carolina, the stars align. The guy who wore 32 was released. Wallace finally got his dream number, and Roseboom took back 56. Both men walking into the season wearing the numbers that were meant for them. That's the kind of energy that makes a team feel alive. Not just names on a jersey, but legacies, family ties, destiny. Every number has a story, and every story fuels the fight on Sundays. And the number stories don't stop there. Every jersey on this team carries meaning, family, or memories. Take Martin Scott rocking number 57. That one hits deep. It's not just a random choice. It's an honor to his late grandmother, who was born in 1957. Every time he steps on the field, that number is a reminder that she's still with him, guiding him, pushing him forward. That's not just football, that's family on your back. Then you've got Taylor Motone, steady as ever, holding down number 72. That number goes back generations, worn by his great-grandfather at Winston-Salem State. For Motone, it's not just a number, it's a legacy. It's a connection to where his family came from, and he's carrying that pride into every single snap. And of course, the heart of the defensive line, Derek Brown, number 95. His number has its own unique story. In high school, he wore 90. In college, he switched to 5. When he hit the NFL, the rules still blocked defensive players from wearing single digits, and Carolina's number 90, retired forever by the legend Julius Peppers. So what did Derek do? He combined the two, 90 and 5, and created his own number, 95. That's not just clever, that's symbolic. He's blending history with his own future. That's how stars are made. And when you hear stories like these, you realize numbers aren't just numbers. They're personal. They're emotional. They're a way for players to keep family, faith, and history with them on every play. Even me, my favorite number is 24. And you probably think, oh, Kobe, Marshawn Lynch, Champ Bailey. Nope, for me, it's Jeff Garden, the NASCAR legend. I've been a racing fan since I was a kid. Jeff Garden was the first driver I ever saw win. I still have a Jeff Garden mousepad from 2004. And here we are in 2025 heading into 2026. And it's still sitting right here. That's how powerful a number can be. It connects you to a moment, a memory, a passion that never fades. So here's what I say to Panther Nation. Ask someone their favorite number. Don't just brush it off. Listen to their story. Because every single person has one, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to tell you something deeper about who they are. But let's shift gears. Y'all asked for it, so I've got to deliver. It's time for the Panther Pride Fantasy Football Power Rankings. At number 1, sitting on the throne, we've got Hornhub. Bold name, bold spot. Right behind them at number 2, down since 95. Third place, Goggeters. At number 4, Kenny with 2 tots. At 5, Renfrow we re-up. 6 belongs to the Bryce is right. Lucky number 7, that's S2. At 8, Lev Mark. At 9, Rashad Grizzly the bowler. 10 goes to Team Tooties. 11 is Better Call. And in last place, number 12. Yeah, that's me, the Legend of Zelda. And before you roast me, I know, bottom of the rankings. But here's the thing, if I finish last, no shock. But if I rise up and win it all, I get to blow everyone's expectations out of the water. Sometimes being counted out is the best spot to be in. But hey, Pornhub, you're at the top right now. That crown comes with pressure. Can you actually hold on when the season starts? Because tonight, the real games begin, and rankings on paper don't mean a thing. Now, before we close out, check this out. Today's Panther freeze frame of the day. Look at this photo. It's got that early 2000s Busta Rhymes music video vibe. Wild, raw, powerful. It almost looks like Earth itself, with the Panthers standing at the center of the universe. And let's be real, for us fans, that's exactly how it feels. The fisheye lens, the drama, it's art. Pure Carolina energy. Finally, it's your turn, Panther Nation. Time to speak your truth. Dr. Mike 2 wrote in, saying, I originally had us at 10-7, but after the Coker injury, I'm leaning more like 8 to 9. What do you think? Honestly, I get it. Injuries hit hard. I think right now we're a 9-8 team. Losing hurts, and then Coker was brutal, but re-signing Hunter Renfrow helps balance that blow. It's all about resilience. Now it's your turn, Panther Nation. Do you believe this team can push past the injuries and still make noise this year? Drop your record prediction in the comments. Are you confident or are you cautious? And let me say this, I still believe this team can climb higher once Coker shakes off the rust and fully heals. If that injury lingers, yeah, we're probably sitting around 9-8 with Renfrow carrying part of the load. But if he's healthy, if he comes back ready, Carolina can absolutely push to 10-7 and fight for a playoff spot. That's the difference between a good season and a special one. Now, let's dive into what you had to say. Panther Nation. William Parrish said, I'd bulk up Trimble and turn him into a fullback. Listen, I hear the creativity, but I gotta disagree. Fullbacks just don't get enough play in today's NFL. Trimble is too valuable as he is, fast, versatile, dangerous in blocking, catching, and the run game. If you bulk him up, you lose that speed and separation. He's slimmed down, he's quicker, and that makes him harder to cover. You don't take that away. TJTJB Venture 74 kept it short and sweet. Bluey is life. And hey, facts. Ask Hunter Renfrow's daughter. Ask my godson. Ask any little kid out there. Bluey is life. No arguments here. Game's over 93T joked. Bro did a whole show talking to himself. That's dedication. You're not wrong. I didn't even know my mic was out at first, but here we are. I had to laugh at myself too. If you can't laugh at the grind, you'll go crazy. Brendan Reef Johnson said, Can't wait to see you laugh at yourself tomorrow, but keep pounding. And that's the motto, right? No matter what, we keep pounding. Through the mistakes, through the struggles, through the injuries. That's what makes us Panther Nation. And shout out to Panther Dog, who asked if I bought the channel. Quick backstory. No, I didn't buy it. It was originally run by Josh, but life pulled him in another direction. Family first, always. Respect to him for that. I stepped in, kept it rolling, and here we are. So here's where we stand. The Panthers are building, developing, and trusting their young core. There's frustration, there's uncertainty, but there's also belief. And as fans, we're strapped in for every high and every low. Now it's your turn, Panther Nation. Do you think we're closer to 9-8 or 10-7 this year? Would you ever move a guy like Trimble to fullback or keep him right where he is? And what's your favorite jersey number and the story behind it? Drop your answers in the comments. I want to hear your stories and your predictions. This season is going to test us, but together we ride it out. Because at the end of the day, we're Panthers fans and we keep pounding.